Okay, not great news about this guy. He stands at D. Plus. This guy flashes some red flags that you really need to watch out for. Welcome to the Strong Brew, where you get answers to questions you're not supposed to ask. These are some things you may want to know about the man in your life. If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure? Will he try and use money to control you? Will he share housework or just make you do it all? In fights, when he gets angry, does he get aggressive? During intimacy, does he understand that no means no? Is he jealous, suspicious, or possessive? Will his attitude towards you change after having kids? Will he treat your parents with respect? What if you have conflicts with his parents? We tell you what you need to hear, not what you want to hear. These are things nobody else will tell you. Things that are important for your future. This is a safe space for truth. No judgment, no platitudes, no login, no payment either. Our questions are from real life, but our answers come from science. Now, I built this thing, me and my husband, and honestly, we built it and we live it. We are both Stanford grads, we both have worked at Google, and we've been happily together since 1998. Along the way, we've added a son, now 13, and 4 dogs. We are genuine folks. If you're a woman trying to understand any man in your life, here is how it works. Go to www.thestrongbrew.life. Click on the Understand a Guy button there. Answer 10 questions about him. Watch a video tailored to your guy. That's all there is to it. It is completely anonymous, no login, no payment, no games, no manipulation. This analysis is obtained by combining solid trait psychology with cutting edge AI ML. We represent each person's personality with what is known as a feature vector. This has 10 elements, so our data is effectively 10-dimensional data. In case you're wondering how we can infer so much from just 10 questions, well, 10-dimensional data is very complex. There is a lot you can learn from that level of detail.
Okay, I think that does it for the preamble. Now let's plunge in. Let's start with this guy in his career. Will he go far or just talk big?
He may seem like he's always on the move and working very hard, but his career might not go as far as he hopes. He tends to act before thinking things through, and his impatience and quick temper can get in the way, making it hard for him to stay in one place or work well with others. He could have some success, but often finds himself starting over or facing sudden setbacks.
Can he bounce back from failure?
When things go wrong, he's likely to react strongly and may even lose his cool. Instead of quietly solving problems, he might yell, snap at coworkers, or complain a lot. He may withdraw, sulk, or blame others instead of learning from mistakes.
What do people at work think of him? Do they like him?
He may be polite on the surface, but deep down he struggles to understand or care about other people's feelings. While he might get along with some people at first because of his energy and charm, he often ends up in arguments or tense situations at work. His quick temper and pushy attitude can make coworkers want to avoid him.
If you do really well in your career, will he become insecure?
If you do really well in your career, he might start to feel insecure and even angry about it. He wants to be seen as the winner, so your success can feel like a threat to him. He's quick to feel slighted and isn't good at hiding when he feels upset.
What if you start earning more than him?
Yes, if you earn more than him, he's very likely to feel upset and resentful, even if he doesn't say it openly. He might make sarcastic comments, get moody, or find ways to remind you of his own achievements. Small things could turn into big arguments, and you may notice him pulling back or acting colder.
Next, let's talk about how he is with money. Does he overspend? Is he reckless with money?
He's likely to be careless with money, spending it quickly when he wants something without much planning. He might buy things on impulse or take risks without thinking about the long term effects. This careless attitude can make life unpredictable and stressful for anyone close to him.
Does he show off and pretend to be richer than he is?
He often tries to look richer or more successful than he actually is. He might spend money on flashy things to impress others, even if he can't really afford it. This way of living can create stress, tension, and unwanted surprises for anyone with him.
Is he too generous, too stingy, or just right?
He isn't really open handed or kind, especially when it comes to sharing or thinking of others' needs. While he might spend on himself or to show off, he rarely offers genuine help or thoughtful gifts to people close to him. If someone asks for support, he's more likely to brush it off or get impatient.
Will he use money to try and control you?
He's likely to be secretive and controlling about money. You may find that he hides details about how much he earns or spends and doesn't always tell the full truth about financial matters. Decisions about spending could happen without including you, leaving you confused or worried.
Let's see how this guy is with sharing housework. Will he share housework or just make you do it?
He most likely believes that housework is mainly your responsibility and won't offer much help unless pushed. Even if you ask, he may make excuses or get annoyed, seeing these chores as something beneath him. He's not likely to notice when you're tired or need support. And you may end up managing most of the tasks alone.
Will he help you or just boss you around and tell you what to do?
He's much more likely to stand back and supervise rather than jumping in to actually help with chores or diapers. He might give advice or point out what needs to be done but doesn't want to roll up his sleeves and do the hard or messy work himself. This means you'll end up handling most of the housework and childcare on your own.
Now let's see about how this guy is during fights. In fights, does he try to understand your views or just win the fight?
He usually argues just to prove that he's right, not to really understand your feelings or your side of things. If you bring up a problem or share how you feel, he's quick to defend himself, raise his voice, or try to win the argument. This can make you feel lonely and unimportant in the relationship, as if only his opinions matter.
Does he become aggressive when angry?
When he's angry, he often loses control and can say very hurtful things or act in an aggressive way. He might yell, use harsh or insulting words, or even slam doors and throw things. Everyone deserves to feel respected and secure, especially at home.
Does he have a bad temper?
Yes, this is the kind of man who gets angry very quickly, even at small things. His temper can explode suddenly, and it's something you should not ignore or take lightly. This is a clear red flag for any relationship.
Will he say sorry and accept his mistakes?
He usually finds it very hard to say sorry or accept responsibility for his mistakes. More often, he will blame you or others when things go wrong, making excuses and shifting the fault away from himself. Being in this kind of relationship can be very tiring and unfair.
Next, let's talk about intimacy and physical chemistry. During intimacy, does he respect your boundaries? Does he get that no means no?
He is likely to push against your boundaries and may not respect it when you say no. If you try to set limits, he might argue, pressure you, or make you feel bad for speaking up. He could act upset or even get angry if things don't go his way, ignoring your comfort or wishes. Always remember your safety and well being must come first.
If you are not in the mood for intimacy, will he react badly?
Yes, he is the kind of man who takes it personally if you're not in the mood for intimacy. Instead of understanding how you feel, he might get upset, sulk, or make you feel guilty. He could even raise his voice or make sharp comments as if your choice is an insult to him.
Can you trust him not to shame you or share your private moments, maybe love letters, photos, or videos, even after a breakup or a bad fight?
You should be very careful here. He's not someone you can fully trust to handle private moments with kindness. If he gets angry or feels hurt, he might use things you shared in private to tease, embarrass, or even threaten you later. This behavior can be quite damaging and make you feel unsafe or exposed.
Is he loyal or is he likely to want to have affairs?
He is likely to be easily distracted by other women, especially when he feels bored or unhappy. His attention wanders quickly, and he may seek excitement outside the relationship without thinking about your feelings. This kind of attitude puts your trust and peace of mind at risk.
Will he be jealous, suspicious, and try to control you?
Yes, he is very likely to be over possessive, acting jealous, and controlling. He may question who you talk to or where you go and get upset if you spend time with friends or family. This type of behavior isn't caring. It's unhealthy and can lead to stress and loneliness.
This guy says he is protective in a good way. Is he actually just being possessive?
Yes, with him, what might seem like a protective nature is often really a sign of a controlling personality. He may say he's looking out for you, but in reality, he wants to decide who you talk to, where you go, and what you do. He'll use concern as an excuse to limit your freedom and keep track of your movements.
Now, onto the topic of kids and how this guy will be as a father. If you guys have kids, will he make you do most of the work?
He will most likely expect you to do most of the parenting work, not seeing it as a true team effort. When it comes to daily chores, schoolwork, or handling problems with the kids, he may leave you to manage it all or only step in when it suits him. If you ask for help, he might make excuses or act annoyed.
Kids are very messy. Will he lose his temper with them?
When the kids mess up or get upset, he is likely to lose his temper instead of staying calm. Small mistakes can lead to big outbursts with raised voices or angry words that make the children feel afraid or ashamed. Over time, this can make the kids nervous around him and may cause them to hide their problems instead of sharing.
If you guys have kids, will he still support your career?
He is unlikely to fully support your role as both a mother and your own person. He may expect you to focus mainly on home and family, putting your own interests, career, or personal wishes aside. You might often feel pulled between his demands and your own happiness.
Will this man say one thing early on, maybe while dating, and then later after kids and marriage change his tune and try to make you give up your career?
Yes, he is the kind of man who might act supportive of your career at first, but later pressure you to quit once you have a child. His support may change quickly when family life gets busy, and he could expect you to drop your own ambitions for the sake of the household. Your dreams and choices matter at every stage. You deserve someone who stands by them always.
Next, let's see how this guy treats your parents. Will he be respectful with your parents?
He is likely to just act polite on the surface with your parents rather than showing real warmth or genuine care. When they visit or call, he may use good manners and say the right things, but you'll notice a lack of true interest or affection. This can leave your parents feeling unwelcome and you feeling unsupported. He will most likely expect your family to adjust to him rather than making an effort to fit into their ways.
What if your family creates stress or interferes a bit in your lives?
If your family creates stress or interferes, he is likely to make things worse instead of handling it calmly. He doesn't have much patience for problems and might react with anger, harsh words, or stubbornness. This can cause even more tension and make you feel stuck between two sides.
Then let's analyze the role this guy's family will play in your life. Is this man modern with you but a completely different person when other people, say his parents or bosses, are around?
Yes, he is the kind of man who may act modern and relaxed with you in private, but expect you to play the traditional supportive wife role in front of his relatives. When family is around, he might want you to dress, speak, and behave a certain way, putting on a show to keep up appearances. This double standard can be exhausting and hurtful, leaving you feeling like you're always performing instead of being yourself.
If there is tension between you and his parents, will he support you?
If there's tension, he is more likely to stay out of it or quietly side with his family rather than openly supporting you. He may not want to take a stand or may even say you should adjust for the sake of peace. This can leave you feeling alone and misunderstood, especially during tough family moments.
Say you have a conflict with his mother, what will this guy do?
He is very likely to be a mummy's boy, putting his mother's wishes and opinions ahead of yours, especially in conflicts. When disagreements come up, he will almost always choose her side, expecting you to adjust or make peace. You might feel that no matter how much you try, you will never come first in his eyes.
Will he share all the private details of your relationship with his mother or sister?
Yes, he is very likely to share details of your fights or private life with his mother or sister. Whenever there's a problem, instead of working things out with you, he may run to them first, telling them your side of the story, or even complaining about you. This can make you feel exposed and humiliated, like there's no true privacy in your marriage.
Now let's zoom out and put it all together.
So, overall, this guy stands at D. Plus. Some of these red flags can really become a big deal. You've got to be very careful here. Being in a relationship with this man, day in and day out, can feel stressful and lonely. You may feel like you're always walking on eggshells, trying not to set off his anger or disappointment.